Tuesday morning, we're out bright and early at 11 o'clock. This is a Parliament building for the province of Quebec. It was built from 1877 to 1886. With the frontal tower, the building stands 171 feet high. Indicated that this is the national capital of Quebec. National capital of the country is in Ottawa, but these people, many of them, would like to be independent of Canada. Nice fountain, probably from the 1800s. There's lots of statues over there around the base of the national capital, but I can't tell who they are from here. This is one of the entrances to the old city. The fortifications surrounding the old city run for more than 2.5 miles. The walls date to the 18th century. The walls were partially removed in the 19th century. Then in 1878, this gate was rebuilt to meet modern needs. But we have a statue here of this guy. Have a long sword. From a distance I thought it was a cross, but it's honoring World War I, World War II, and Korean dead. Now here's a nifty way to plant on a steep slope. The Citadel of Quebec is an active military installation. It's located just outside the city and adjoins the Plains of Abraham. The Citadel contains the oldest military building in Canada and forms part of the fortifications of Quebec City, which is one of only 2 cities in North America still surrounded by fortifications. And the other one is Campeche, Mexico. This plaque tells about Abraham Martin, and that's how the Plains of Abraham got its name. This sign tells about Cove Fields and how it was used in World War II and the Korean War. But here's how it's used today. They're setting up for a big music festival for Saint Jean-Baptiste Day, the official holiday of Quebec, on June 24th. The holiday marks the summer solstice and honors the patron saint of French Canadians, Jean-Baptiste, or John the Baptist. It's a nice festival of the nation. They think they're a nation. And down here, we've got a colonial and his troops. There they are. We've got another group. This is a no drone zone. Governor's Promenade was opened in 1960. It's basically an elevated boardwalk that's built into the side of the Citadel fortifications of Quebec City. It's one of the main connectors between the Chateau Frontenac and the Plains of Abraham. The St. Lawrence River, and here's the first commercial ship I've seen on the river. This is a major commercial artery all the way from the Atlantic Ocean to Duluth, Minnesota. Same ship a little further upstream and another one behind. It's over there probably loading or unloading because I can see a refinery. Well, here's our best view of the St. Lawrence River. sailboats, pleasure boats. Some big building over there. And down here we have commercial dock. If you don't want to take that bridge way down there, you take the ferry here. And it takes you right over there. Don't know how much it costs, but it certainly saves a lot of time. We're walking downtown from the Citadel, and it's a good thing we're walking down to the town because this is a lot of stairs. They're bad enough coming down, but this is just a few of the steps for those who are going up. Along is this window in the promenade that shows the original fortifications way down below. Time for lunch. I was just looking for a bite, and we found this really good restaurant with burgers and fries and shakes. I had another hard apple cider and a really good poutine. This one was a little healthier than the one I had in Ottawa. Stu had a hamburger and fries, but they were all delicious. Now, this man was the first Roman Catholic bishop of Quebec. He was appointed when he was 36 years old by the Pope. He was one of the most influential men of his day, and in 2014, he was made a saint by Pope Francis. This man came to Canada with Samuel de Champlain. He's widely considered to be the first Canadian apothecary, as well as the first European to farm in Canada. By 1620, he was recognized for being a physician and surgeon, for being the principal provider of food, and for having fostered good relations with the natives. We're at the east end of Quebec, and there are lots more fortifications here. Each cannon's wheels are on this semicircle, so they can swing around depending on where the enemy is coming from. And then the cannons recoil and go back and forth. On further, we got a row of these little shorter mortars. St. Lawrence River again, and we're looking in here where there's a nice yacht harbor as well as commercial stuff. Came across this pretty old building, and it turns out that General Montcalm lived here. In this house lived Louis Joseph de Saint-Séverin, Marquis de Montcalm, from 1758 to the capitulation of Quebec in 1759. Oh, he's only here 1 year. Stu took a few more pictures around our hotel. It's really quite nice. We had dinner at the Chateau Frontenac, and their chef was named the best chef in Quebec in 2019. We started in the bar and had a couple of drinks and some little snacks. Really quite nice with a beautiful view. We had dinner on this veranda that at some point has been added to the outside of the hotel. Nice view right along the window. I had the 5-course chef's tasting menu, and I don't know what all I had to eat. The portions were small, which was quite nice, and I enjoyed them all. Stu hadn't ordered a dessert, but they brought him a creme brulee along with mine. This is probably a magnum of the Louis XIII cognac. Sells for $8,000. Wine display. And this is probably a caribou. And this is a special room for aging and storing cheese.